Season 1, Episode 1, The Beginning. Narrator ***. Long ago, in the peaceful heavenly kingdom, angels and divine beings lived together in harmony under the guidance of a wise king and a compassionate queen. To everyone, they were the perfect rulers, loved by all who lived within the kingdom. Yet behind the royal family's smiles lay a secret capable of changing the fate of both heaven and hell forever. The king and queen were blessed with 2 children, Aira and Kira. They were born from the union of an angel and a demon, a union that was never meant to exist. Unknown to the world, their birth served a purpose that remained hidden even from those closest to them. One peaceful day, the palace guards rushed toward the kingdom's entrance. A mysterious young man stood there. His clothes were torn. His body was covered with dust. He looked exhausted. The king and queen immediately came to see what had happened. King ***, who are you? What happened to you? The young man slowly knelt before the king. Mysterious man ***, Your Majesty. My village was attacked. I have nowhere left to go. Please, allow me to stay here. The king looked at him for a moment. The queen could see the fear in the young man's eyes. Queen, he looks terrified. He needs our help. The king gently nodded. King ***, very well. From today onwards, you are under the protection of the heavenly kingdom. The mysterious man lowered his head with gratitude. Mysterious man, thank you, Your Majesty. I will never forget your kindness. Days passed. The mysterious man slowly earned everyone's trust. With his wisdom and loyalty, he eventually became one of the royal family's closest advisors. No one questioned him. No one doubted him. Years passed peacefully. The sound of clashing swords echoed throughout the royal palace. Aira and Kira were practicing their swordsmanship in the palace courtyard while the king and queen watched proudly from the balcony. You'll have to do better than that, sister. Aira laughs. Then try to keep up, Kira. Queen, look at them. They've become so strong. King ***, one day, they'll protect this kingdom together. The siblings continued their friendly duel, smiling as their swords danced through the air. Suddenly, Aira froze in the middle of her swing. Her sword slipped from her hand as she clutched her head in pain, staggering backward. A powerful surge of energy erupted from within her, causing the air around her to tremble. Her black hair slowly transformed into radiant white with shimmering golden highlights, flowing as though touched by an invisible wind. At the same time, both of her eyes turned a deep crimson red, glowing with an overwhelming and mysterious power. Unable to withstand the awakening of her hidden bloodlines, Aira collapsed unconscious onto the training ground. Without a moment's hesitation, the Divine King and Demon Queen rushed toward her, with Kira following close behind in panic. The Divine King gently lifted Aira into his arms and smiled softly, brushing a strand of hair away from her face, as he released a warm golden light to calm the violent energy surrounding her. Looking at her glowing crimson eyes, he immediately realized that both her divine and demonic powers had awakened far earlier than anyone had expected. The Demon Queen knelt beside them and gently placed her hand on Aira's forehead. Crimson demonic energy flowed from her palm, forming the first seal. At the same time, the Divine King rested his hand over Aira's chest, releasing a brilliant golden light that formed the second seal. The crimson and golden energies intertwined, creating a beautiful yet powerful crest before sinking into Aira's body. As the seals took hold, the overwhelming aura gradually disappeared. Her white and gold hair slowly returned to its natural black, and both of her eyes faded from crimson red back to their normal black color. The courtyard finally became silent once again. A few moments later, Aira slowly opened her eyes, still weak and confused, unable to remember what had just happened. Before anyone could explain, Kira came running back with a piece of chocolate clutched tightly in his hands. Here, Aira, chocolate always makes you smile. Aira looked at her little brother, smiled faintly, and accepted the chocolate. Seeing the siblings together, the king and queen exchanged relieved smiles. grateful that their daughter was safe. From the palace terrace, however, another pair of eyes had witnessed everything. The royal advisor stood quietly in the shadows, a faint smile forming on his lips. Without anyone noticing, he whispered to himself, "So, the heir has finally awakened."